Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today I want to talk to you about restless leg syndrome. Restless leg syndrome is an uncontrollable need or sensation that causes an uncontrolled need to move your legs. It typically occurs at night, usually after you're sitting down or lying down, and it's just an uncomfortable sensation that ultimately requires you to move. This is different than when you stop and you have a tremor or a kicking or constantly moving of the leg. This is not restless leg syndrome, although sometimes it does accompany restless leg syndrome so that when you sleep, you're actually still moving as well. The idea is you just have an uncomfortable sensation, you need to move the leg. It is usually alleviated by moving the leg or getting up and walking. A lot of people will get up and walk around, and that actually solves this problem. The sensation is like a pulling or throbbing or aching or itching or crawling of the skin or whatever. It makes you want to move. Now, most of the time, a restless leg syndrome is considered its own entity, its own problem, and is treated as such by changing the way you eat or changing the way you function exercise-wise and so forth. And there are medications that can be used for it, but typically are not necessary. That being said, in our experience and in the process of us going through many of these individuals with restless leg syndrome, a majority, if not all of them, also have a peripheral neuropathy. What we found, because this is a nerve malfunction, this is a problem where the nerves are malfunctioning and causing you to need to move. It seems to be directly correlated, and I would say probably caused by a peripheral neuropathy. So if you have a peripheral neuropathy, restless leg syndrome may be one of the symptoms that you have. And if you're moving and doing stuff to improve your peripheral neuropathy, most of the time, actually so far all the time that we've been doing this, your restless leg syndrome will improve and usually go away. So that being said, if you have restless leg syndrome, what are some of the treatments that you can do for it? Eating correctly. So getting enough fluids. If you're taking in 8 to 10 cups of water a day, you're going to actually improve your restless leg syndrome. If you are looking at the nutrient levels, especially the nerve-related vitamins like vitamin B12, B6, B1, folic acid, vitamin D. There may be some link to the iron. If you're getting insufficient blood flow to the nerves, that can actually cause it. So iron deficiency can actually cause the restless leg syndrome. The way that you are eating as well, more fruits and vegetables will improve this. Limiting the sugar intakes can actually improve this. The whole idea is a restless leg syndrome, because it's directly related to peripheral neuropathy. Any of those things that will improve peripheral neuropathy will also improve restless leg syndrome. So exercise helps, eating correctly helps, getting the right nutrients, whether it's in vitamin form or foods themselves will help. Drinking the correct amount of fluids will help. Activity changes will help. All those things actually can improve it and help alleviate restless leg syndrome without having to go on medications. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson. This is your Podiatry Tips Day 132, restless leg syndrome. It is a relatively common problem, and I would invite you to look at peripheral neuropathy if you have restless leg syndrome, because a lot of times treating the peripheral neuropathy will improve the restless leg syndrome as well.